Hi, I'm Guy, and this is my first video. So I've had a lot of things in my mind that I've wanted to accomplish and not managed to do that yet. And I kind of feel like my life is not slowing down, but getting a bit more static. I'm getting a bit disappointed with myself that I'm not moving forward personally in the speed that I feel I should be. And I know that I've made a bunch of bucket lists throughout my life, and I've probably only managed to tick a handful of those tasks off. So the reason I'm setting up this channel is one, to start a channel to manage to get some of these tasks done, and the second, for this video in particular, is to just get my spare room sorted and cleaned out. I kind of feel like in order to get something started, you need a good foundation, and the spare room is my workplace. If it's not a suitable working environment for me to work well, then we're setting off on the wrong foot from the get-go. So a few things that I know are good to do before doing a task is, one, realizing why it is that you want to do it. So reasons why: one is I just will feel good for setting myself a task and completing it. Two, I will have a nice house and a nice room from completing the task. Thirdly, as well, hopefully I will get my life back in order and feel more accomplished by doing it. It's also good to break down the large task into smaller, manageable, bite-sized chunks. Even though the task itself seems relatively straightforward, just clean out my spare room, I've decided to break it down into remove all the things that are just taking up the space for now, just get it out of the room, sort through the things and throw away things that aren't necessary, or put things in categories and put them together, build up a display cabinet or something that is going to make the room a lot more presentable, and place the things back in the room in a much more presentable manner. So with all that said, let's go ahead and start it. So about halfway through sorting everything out in the room, I've gone through all the magic equipment, gone through all my paperwork and bills. The next thing was to go through my clothing and stuff in the drawers. And I think one of the problems that I've faced is that every time I'm trying to break it down into a manageable chunk, the last one was just sort through the paperwork. I'm not actually telling myself what the next task is. So I'm left with an unfinished project again, and it takes me a short while for me to figure out what the next thing for me to do is. And in turn, I guess that holds up the whole process. I've moved a lot of things into my bedroom just to declutter the spare room for now, and then I'll bring it back in when I've got the display cabinet to organize and arrange things. I think one of the things that was stopping me was because the clothes and the drawers seemed like a bigger task. I was waiting for the perfect time, so to speak, that I would be in the right frame of mind, have the time set aside, and for it just to be, the perfect moment for me to go ahead and do it. That moment never came. It was just a matter of it taking enough time that I thought, right, I'm just going to get on and do it again. So I do still need to get the actual display unit. I need to go to IKEA and buy it. But before I do that, I need to dismantle the cupboard and the drawers and just have the space ready for me to put it in there. I need to also allocate, I've got like 25 boxes of 5x5 display cabinet. So I need to pre-plan what it is that I'm going to be putting in each one of the boxes, so that I'll be able to figure out if I've got enough space from one display unit alone. It shouldn't really take that long. I just need to actually plan it out and map where I plan to put each thing. Some of them are going to be decorative, some are going to be for storage, others are going to be, a specific cabinet that I'll put my magics, a specific cabinet that I may put like my balloons or something. The hardest thing with this is just the actual getting up and doing it and not waiting for the opportune moment, but just, small and steady steps in the right direction. So I finally tore down and dismantled all the furniture in the spare room. Managed to take it all to the tip. I realised as well that some of the tools that I have are terrible. I've got a screwdriver that I think was magnetic, but I don't know what happened, but it's now no longer magnetized. So the head doesn't stick in the top, so I need to use sellotape. Anyway, it's definitely better to have bad tools than no tools, but it would still be better to get some good tools. So the next step is for me to actually order the display cabinet, and once it arrives, actually just assemble it and fill it up. I've still got a bunch of stuff just that I've moved into my actual bedroom and is making it look an absolute state. But I'm hoping that living in discomfort for a short period of time will push me to get this task done quicker. I realized as well that the time frame that I gave myself for it, that I'm not actually going to reach the deadline in time for when I anticipated that I would have the spare room done for. I was trying to decide whether or not to hold off uploading this video until the room was completed and I would have something full and complete to put online. I realized it's actually more important for the consistency of setting up the channel and just getting a video out there that I'm putting a half a task online but putting a full video online. So this may indeed be a two-part video to show the completion of the spare room. A lot of the videos on this channel are going to be doing things revolving around my life, and I suppose the point is that life isn't about the destination, it's the journey that you take along the way. So with that in mind, I'm going to be just finishing this video here, and we'll continue up from where we left off from last time. This isn't me saying this is a failure in completing the task. This is simply me pointing out more obstacles that I'm coming up to, and I guess I'm moving at a slower pace than I initially anticipated. Still, baby steps moving forward is still better than not moving forward at all. So that's it for now. I will catch up with you guys all again soon.